Hello, this video is for Bailey Sarian, but if it reaches anybody else who feels as concerned as she was in her "What Are We Gonna Do" video, I'm talking to you too. As a almost 41-year-old person, I've been watching the political sphere for a very long time, and I know that this is not what we all signed up for. Bailey, you're right. You're right. This is terrifying. We do have to put things aside for moments like this to gather together and figure stuff out. I'm constantly talking about how this is like A Bug's Life, where we are the ants, they are the grasshoppers. We have feared them for a very long time, but the truth of the matter is that there's way more of us than there are of them, and that's what keeps them scared. That's what keeps them up at night, trying to figure out how to control us, how to divide us, how to manipulate us into believing this is the problem or that is the problem, when I think most Americans at this point agree loads of what we were hearing from Bernie Sanders. I can go into why Bernie wasn't elected, and that is straight up because of Hillary Clinton and Debbie Weiserman Schultz that leaded the DNC in 2016. But I'm not going to dig that deep into it at this point. I've been scouring the internet trying to find a YouTuber, somebody that has more pull than I do, somebody that has a bigger fan base, because I have none, but nobody has responded to Bailey. And I have unfortunately attempted to contact her on every form of social media that I have, but I feel like making a video might be the fastest way to get through to her, because I can't imagine how many comments and messages she receives on a daily basis. But I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. You are not crazy. And Bailey, I commend you. I know that you were terrified to publish that video, but I commend you because you rolled the dice. You took a huge risk. You came on with no makeup. You were in the state of absolute frustration and overwhelm, but you did the one thing that your viewers needed to see, which was your show of vulnerability, and the fact that, yes, even people as successful as Bailey Sarian are looking around going, what are we gonna do? Well, I don't have all the answers, and as you see on my shirt and my hat, I am a Democratic Socialist of America, and I don't think that we have all of the answers, but I do think that we're organizing. We have a lot of political figures currently within the systems and people trying to get within the systems that want to change all of this. The most popular person on the planet right now that would fall under democratic socialism is Bernie Sanders. And if you are paying attention at all, you know that he wants Medicare for all, people to be able to make a livable wage, people to have jobs that they can work and come home and have a work-life balance. He wants people to be able to afford their housing. He wants people to be able to put food on their tables, regardless of whether you can work a 40-hour job or not. And Bernie is not the head of our organization by any sense of the imagination, but he is the most public figure that we currently have, next to people like AOC, Zoran Mamdani, In Michigan, we have Rashida Tlaib kicking ass in Detroit. But even more so, some of the things that, even if you haven't paid attention to the political sphere, watching the ICE protests in Minnesota, a lot of the people organizing those types of movements are Democratic Socialists of America. We are a growing movement. There is a lot to be offered. Everybody gets to pitch in. It is a member-driven organization. There is no major agenda outside of we the people deserve the things that we the people work so hard for. I don't want to get into all the specifics and things because I feel like it'll get me into the weeds mentally, and then I will just go on weird trails. But you aren't alone. This is fucked up. The Epstein files, the administration being absolutely untouchable, none of our political leaders, none of the mass political leaders, let's say, the establishment politicians, like the Democrats, like the Republicans, they are not out for our best interest any longer. They are all playing the same game, and it's rigged against us. We have to link arms. We have to make hard choices, and we have to figure out how to navigate through the barriers and frustrations that have been put in our stead to get together, to communicate. Because who knows how long we're even going to have the opportunity to utilize the internet without our identities absolutely being destroyed. You're not crazy. My heart goes out to you. I know how difficult these things are. I'm not a natural in front of the camera. I just know that somebody needs to respond to you directly, and anybody else that this message gets to is equally important. Just look up dsausa.org. At least I think that that's what it is off the top of my head. If you don't find it that way, like type in any search bar, Democratic Socialists of America. We have platforms on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's Democratic Socialists all around. We can do this together, but we have to do this together. I cannot do anything alone, and you cannot do anything alone. Outside of plugging the DSA, I have nothing more to say except it's going to get worse before it gets better. But the more that we can find community, the more that we can rally together, the more that we can combat things in a unified front. Be the ants. Join together. It's going to be scary. But we can do this. It isn't impossible. They can't win. We can't let them win again. They've taken too much from all of us already. And they've harmed lots of people in the way. I'm going to say this to end out my video. I am not crazy. I am not suicidal. I am not ready to drive into a tree. What's going on is messed up. If I disappear, I hope this message gets to people, because we can get through this together, but we can't do it alone. Until next time, bye.